Mute everybody. I will unmute and start. करेंगे शुरू. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we shall start with Om Saranavatu and then I will explain the thing. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम तत्सत. हरि ओम तत्सत. हरि ओम तत्सत. So I request you to keep the paper in front of you and I am going to explain all the steps, and in between whenever you have problem or something, if it is not clear, you can unmute, immediately ask me. It is for that only that we are having discussion first. अगर कभी भी आपको ऐसा लगे कि ये क्लियर नहीं हो रहा है तो आप कभी भी प्रश्न पूछ सकते हैं. नाउ फर्स्ट थ्री मंत्रास दे आर टॉकिंग अबाउट why omkar dhyan is so much important. They are taken from different upanishads. Almost in all the upanishads and even in the yoga sutras, we find omkar being eulogized as the best way for ध्यान. ओमकार ध्यान ये सभी जगह में बताया गया है. So the first sloka is from Mundaka Upanishad. Very famous. We have done all that. Only thing is we are revising before the Omkar Dhyan. So Mundaka Upanishad says, Pranavo Dhanu Sharohi Atma Brahmatal Laksham Uchyate Apramattena Vedhavyam Sharavat Tanmayo Bhavet. So consider Pranava means Omkar. And we have seen this Pranava, pra plus nu, ये दो धातु से प्रणव शब्द बन जाता है. प्र मीन्स प्रकर्षेण, इंटेंस. प्र का मतलब है तीव्रतेने, very intense. And nu, it has two meanings. This we have seen earlier. I am just revising it. Nu means prayer. One of the meaning of the word nu is prayer. So pra plus nu means very intense prayer. तो प्रणव ये हृदय से निकली हुई प्रार्थना है. प्रणव यानी ओमकार ये हृदय से निकली हुई प्रार्थना है, ऐसा प्रणव शब्द कहता है. नु का एक दूसरा अर्थ यान ऐसा होता है. यान मीन्स व्हीकल. जैसा चंद्रयान सूर्ययान हम बोलते हैं ना, ऐसा यान यानी व्हीकल. सो प्र प्लस नु प्रणव मीन्स वेरी फास्ट मूविंग व्हीकल. प्रणव ये जलद गति से जाने वाला यान है. कहाँ जाने वाला? ब्रह्म की ओर जाने वाला, भगवान की ओर जाने वाला. So if you want to reach God, the fastest vehicle by means of which you can reach God is pranava. That is the meaning of the word pranava, which is another word for omkar. So this verse says pranavo dhanu. ये प्रणव जो है वो धनुष्य के तरह है. हमको अगर तीर चलाना है तो तीर धनुष्य पर चलाना पड़ता है. तो जो धनुष्य है वो प्रणव है. सो द वर्ड प्रणव इज कंपेयर्ड विथ ए बो. एंड शरो ही आत्मा, द जीवात्मा, इज कंपेयर्ड विथ एरो. प्रणव इज कंपेयर्ड विथ बो and Jivatma is compared with arrow. And what we do, we shoot the arrow. उसका जो लक्ष्य है The destination is Brahmatal Laksham Uchyate. So what we are trying to do is, with the help of that bow of Pranava, the Jiva wants to reach Brahman. The Jiva wants to reach Paramatma, Brahman. Okay. So Pranavo Dhanu Sharo hi Atma Brahmatal Lakshabuchyate. Apramattena Vedavyam. Without any mistake, with full awareness. Vedavyam. You should shoot the arrow without any mistake, with full concentration. Do it. Sharavat tanmayo bhavet. Just as when arrow is released, it merges with its whatever the object on which it is to go. So it merges with the object of meditation. In the same way, the Jivatma merges with Paramatma with Omkara Dhyana. So that is Mundaka Upanishad about Omkar Dhyana. Pranavo Dhanu Sharohi Atma Brahmatal Lakshamuchyate Apramattena Vedavyam Sharavat Tanmayo Bhoet. So with Omkar you can reach God, or you can reach the Supreme Reality Brahman. Taking Omkar as Dhanu, bow, and Jivatma riding on that Omkar Dhvani can reach Brahman. So that is from Mundaka Upanishad. Another shloka from Shvetar Upanishad, which also we have discussed once. Swadeham aranim krutva pranavancha uttararinim ध्यान निर्मथनाभ्यासात evam pashyet nigudhavat. Very beautiful, really, about Omkara. So Arani is a kind of wood which which was used in the Vedic time for producing fire. Arani एक प्रकार का, yes, beautiful. He has given those wood sticks which are, so make your body lower stick. Swadeham aranim krutva, make your body lower stick, and pranav as upper stick. तो दो अरणि जिस प्रकार एक दूसरे पर उसका घर्षण करने से जो सुषुप्त अग्नि है वो प्रकट हो जाता है. The fire is stored inside the wood, but it is latent inside the wood. अग्नि अरणि में रहता ही है, लेकिन सुप्त रहता है, सोया हुआ रहता है. घर्षण करने से वो अग्नि प्रकट हो जाता है. उसी प्रकार आत्म तत्व अपने भीतर है, हमको दिखाई नहीं दे रहा है. तो घर्षण कौन सा है? प्रणव का जब भी घर्षण है. ध्यान निर्मथनाभ्यास. So what is dhyana? What is Om meditation? It is like rubbing the two fire sticks together. जिस प्रकार when you rub the two aranis, two fire sticks, just as the hidden fire comes out, manifests itself, in the same way when you go on chanting Omkar, which is Omkar Dhyan, the Atma Tattva, the consciousness, the supreme consciousness will start manifesting. एवं पश्येत निगूढ़वत. निगूढ़वत जो गूढ़ है, वो जो सुषुप्त है, that which is hidden will start manifesting. So there is the second mantra which is from Shvetashvatara Upanishad. The third mantra is from Bruhad Yogi Yajnavalkya Smriti, which is telling something which we have learned in Mandukya Upanishad. औमिति तीसरो मात्रा मकारश्चार्ध मात्र का तीसरो मात्रा लयम याति अर्ध मात्रेन संशयः. So this Omkar is of three matras, a, u, ma. औमिति तीसरो मात्रा, अकार उकार मकार, ये तीन मात्रा है ओंकार की. और मकार के बाद एक अर्धमात्रा भी बताई गई है. So this half matra of Om takes you from the manifest word to the unmanifest word. व्यक्त से अव्यक्त की ओर जाने वाली अर्धमात्रा भी है. तीसरो मात्रा लयम याति. Finally, in Omkar Dhyana, all the three matras will vanish, will dissolve. लयम याति. अ उ म का लय हो जाएगा. अर्धमात्रा का भी लय हो जाएगा. अर्धमात्रेन संशय. Of course, the half matra will also dissolve. And what will remain? Only silence will remain. केवल शांति रह जाएगी. सारी मात्राएं ये घुल जाएगी, मिल जाएगी, लय हो जाएगी और केवल शांति रह जाएगी. उसी को ध्यानावस्था ऐसा कहते हैं. उसी को तुरीयावस्था ऐसा कहते हैं. That is the supreme state of consciousness which we are trying to achieve through Omkara Dhyana. So these three shlokas, they are telling us about why Omkar Dhyana, what is the aim of Omkar Dhyana is told in these three shlokas. Before we proceed further, if anybody wants to ask anything about these three shlokas, if anything is not clear, you can ask. अगर ये तीन श्लोकों के बारे में कुछ पूछना है तो पूछ सकते हैं, नहीं तो हम आगे बढ़ेंगे. Anybody, any question about these three shlokas? Actually, I would like you to by heart these three shlokas. When you are teaching others also, you have to really explain these three shlokas. It will be better.
सर फर्स्ट श्लोक जरा रिपीट करो ना. प्रणवो धेनु शेरो या आत्मन. फिर
ब्रह्मतल लक्ष्यम उच्यते. ब्रह्म तत् लक्ष्यम उच्यते. उसका लक्ष्य. लक्ष्य means the object of the arrow is that लक्ष्य. अप्रमत्तेन वेद्धव्यम. So when you want to shoot the arrow, you should not make mistake. Just as Arjuna was asked that you have to shoot at the eye of the bird, or rather the eyeball, or rather the innermost core of the eyeball. And then when Duryodhana, when his guru asked him, "What do you see?" He said, "I see only the eye of the bird, nothing else." Okay, that is apramattena vedavyam. You should concentrate, you should focus totally on the supreme reality only. That is what is apramattena vedavyam. Sharavat tanmayo bhavet. Just as that arrow merges with the object, you should merge with the object of meditation. That is what this shloka says.
Sir, I have a
सेकंड भी
question.
श्लोक जरा बोलो ना, मैं लिख लेती हूँ. सेकंड भी श्वेता श्वेता ने का श्लोक ओनली.
आपको तो भेजा है ना, वो पेपर नहीं है आपके पास?
अभी मुझे
प्रभा मैडम मिल जाएगा आपको. आपको मिल जाएगा.
हाँ, वो तो मेरे पास है सब.
भेजता हूँ, मैं भेजता हूँ. आप चिंता मत कीजिए.
श्योर. ओके थैंक यू.
नहीं, इसीलिए मैं लिख के भेजा सबको कि वो आप सामने रखो तो आपको एक्सप्लेन अच्छी तरह से होगा.
अच्छा, मैंने देखा नहीं है सर. सॉरी, आई एम वेरी सॉरी. मैं अभी बाहर से आई ना, देखा ही नहीं था. ज्वाइंट किया 5 मिनट लेट.
ओके,
सॉरी सर.
Sir, I have a question. Like
please.
in Patanjali Yoga Sutra, it is said Tasya Vachakah Pranavah.
Yeah, correct.
And it is not mentioned that Pranava means Omkar. But we consider that Maharshi Patanjali is talking about Omkar. So,
Yeah, sure. Pranava is Omkar actually. There are three words for Omkar in the Vedas. One is Pranava, another is Omkar itself, another is Udgita, is also the word for Omkar. In some of the Upanishad, The word for Omkar is Udgita. So there are different words for the same Om.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Namaskar, sir. What is the meaning of Uddita?
Udgita.
Udgita.
Udgita means Aisa. Gita means song, or you can say sound. The sound that elevates you is called
Elevates.
Udgita. जो स्वर आपको उच्च चेतना में ले जाता है उस स्वर को उद्गीत कहते हैं. उद मीन्स गोइंग अपवर्ड्स.
Going upwards. धन्यवाद, sir.
नमस्ते सर.
हाँ बोलिए.
सर जे तुम्ही 3 मात्रा आणि अर्धमात्रा ओमच्या सांगितल्या, कॅन यू लिटिल एक्सप्लेन इट प्रॉपरली मोर? ओम आणि अर्धमात्रा.
No, that we have done in Mandukya Upanishad. There are 3 matra is a unit of measurement of sound. एक मात्रा, दो मात्रा, तीन मात्रा. ऐसी मात्राएं होती है. It is a unit of measurement of sound. Okay. तो अ, उ, म ये ओमकार की प्रकट 3 मात्राएं हैं. अकार, उकार, मकार. ये 3 मात्राएं कही जाती है ओमकार की. और मकार के बाद ये बृहत योगी आद्यमल स्तुति बताती है अर्धमात्रा भी आती है जो व्यक्त नहीं है, जो व्यक्त को अव्यक्त के साथ जोड़ती है. ऐसी अर्धमात्रा भी है ओमकार की. which goes from sound to silence, from manifest to unmanifest, from vyakta to avyakta. That is half matra of Om.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Any other thing? Okay. So if everything is clear, we can go to the procedure now, how we are going to adapt. Now, one of the thing is, it is not compulsory to have all the steps which we have mentioned here. In the beginning, it is better to have all those steps. If you have less time, you can omit some of the steps as well. ये जरूरी नहीं है कि सब कुछ आपके पास, अगर समय बहुत कम है तो कुछ कुछ स्टेप्स आप ओमिट भी कर सकते हैं. उसके बारे में भी बात में मैं बताया. If you have time, it is better to have all the steps. Okay, जो सब कुछ बताया वो सब कुछ करने से अच्छा रहेगा. लेकिन ये जरूरी नहीं है कि ऐसा ही इसी सीक्वेंस में यही स्टेप्स में ओंकार ध्यान हो सकता है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. One can, if one is very adept, one can directly start with Manasika Japa also, if he finds. Generally, people are unable to do meditation because their mind is distracted. ऐसा ही बैठ जाओ और ध्यान में बैठ जाओ तो 1-2 सेकंड के अंदर ही मन भटक जाता है, इधर उधर चला जाता है, फिर उसको लाना पड़ता है. So such people who are not at all able to meditate, it is better to have all the steps which will help you to focus your mind and then defocus the mind as well. Okay. तो ये पहली बात मैं बता रहा हूँ कि ऐसा नहीं है कि यही स्टेप से जाना ही पड़ेगा सबको. Later on, some of the steps you can omit later on. Okay. So now the first step is of course preparation. And preparation means you should sit quietly. You should see that there is no disturbance during dhyana. Your mobile should be on silent mode or you should keep it away actually. आपको अगर ध्यान करना है तो मोबाइल या whatever distracts you should be literally away from you. So it is better to have a room in which you can sit and you can meditate, or any place where there is no disturbance in between, which is very obvious. आपको ध्यान में बीच में कोई विक्षेप न आए, इस प्रकार की जगह पर आपने ध्यान करना चाहिए. और it should be well aerated, ventilated place without any disturbance. तो ध्यान के लिए आप अगर ऐसी जगह चुन लेंगे कि जो बिल्कुल ही हवा अच्छी आती है, वहाँ ऐसी गर्मी सर्दी वगैरह नहीं है, कंफर्टेबल, एंड जनरली इट इज बेटर टू हैव द सेम प्लेस फॉर ध्यान. और ध्यान का जो आसन है वो भी आसन फिक्स होना चाहिए, ऐसा अच्छा रहता है. एंड देन देयर यू अडॉप्ट ए मेडिटेटिव पोस्चर. ध्यानासन में बैठना अच्छा होता है. सो व्हाट इज ध्यानासन? वी नो पद्मासन, वज्रासन, सिद्धासन. They are very well known dhyanasanas. And dhyanasanas have certain qualities. ध्यानासन, ध्यान का लिए जो आसन होते हैं, it has a very broad triangular base and locking of feet, because in dhyana, when you sit in dhyana for very long time, the physical disturbance is minimized if you sit in dhyanasana. And if the feet lock is there, then the disturbances are minimum. In Padmasana, for example, you cross the legs and therefore legs will not move so easily. In Padmasana, in Vajrasana, legs are below your hip and therefore legs will not move. So broad triangular base, feet lock, erect spine. जैसा भगवत गीता में कहा है ना, समम काय शिरो ग्रीवम धारयन अचलम स्थिरा. Your head, your neck, your back should be in straight line. Okay. सीधा शरीर होना चाहिए ध्यान के लिए. ध्यानासन में बैठना चाहिए because the erect spine ensures awareness. If you lie down on the bed, you are likely to go to sleep. The awareness will go. That is why ध्यानासन ये प्रमुख होता है, जिसमें आप सीधा बैठते हुए ध्यान करते and keep the eyes closed, because eyes, they distract you so much. आंखें अगर खुली रखेंगे ना तो डिस्ट्रैक्शन बहुत होते हैं, इसलिए ध्यान में आंखें बंद होती है. अपना मेरुदंड सीधा रहता है. गर्दन, सिर, मेरुदंड ये सीधा होना चाहिए. आगे नहीं झुकना चाहिए, पीछे नहीं झुकना चाहिए. Face should be completely relaxed. You know, when you sit in dhyana, face should be very relaxed, not tense. चिंताजनक ऐसा चेहरा नहीं होना चाहिए. You can have a very light smile on your face also if possible. The face should be completely relaxed. So this is the preparation for ध्यान. ध्यानासन में बैठते हुए सीधे बैठकर चेहरा शिथिल, किसी भी प्रकार का तनाव चेहरे पर ना हो, इस प्रकार बैठ के ध्यान करना चाहिए. That is the most important thing for dhyan. Then the second step is cleansing. So when we sit for dhyana, we have come from somewhere, so all the thoughts of our meetings and whatever interaction which we have heard will be there with us. So initially, to bring some silence, it is better to have 2 rounds of Kapalbhati. कपालभाति के 2 राउंड कम से कम होने चाहिए. एक दोनों नाक से और एक अल्टरनेट नॉस्ट्रिल से. You know, in Patanjali Yoga Sutra also, Patanjali has written Prachardana Vidharanabhyam va pranasya. One of the ways for chitta prasadana, for purification of chitta, is sudden exhalation and retention of breath. So when you do Kapalbhati several times, you will follow that. Suppose, ideally speaking, in Kapalbhati, you should have 120 strokes in 1 minute. ये ऐसा कंपलसरी है ऐसा नहीं है, but that is the ideal thing. 1 मिनट में 120 स्ट्रोक्स होने चाहिए कपालभाति के. And you can have 120, 150, 200 according to your capacity. Or if if you have some problems or heart problems or something, you can have 50, 60, 70 strokes depending upon your capacity. So first both nostrils and then alter. So I will just tell you how. And then you should have this chin mudra. Okay, best way is to have the chin mudra, the three fingers together, and there is significance of this chin mudra that I will tell. Next lecture, maybe I will explain what is the significance of this chin mudra also. Today, we shall not go for it. Okay, so keep it in your this thing, and then now sitting straight, I will just demonstrate the Kapalbhati with both the nostrils. I hope you understand. Sudden exhalation followed by passive inhalation. Kapalbhati is a process. Forceful exhalation followed by passive inhalation. So when the lower abdominal muscles are pushed inside, air comes out with force. You release the abdominal muscles, air goes inside automatically. Yes, that is how, and then you can have about 100, 120 according to your capacity. You can have so many strokes. Now, one of the things which happens in Kapalbhati is the blood. This is something which is seen in the experiments on Kapalbhati show that after Kapalbhati, the blood is oxygenated. Carbon dioxide is washed out. Why we inhale and exhale? We inhale because we want oxygen. We exhale because we want to give out carbon dioxide. After several strokes of Kapalbhati, because the blood is oxygenated, you don't need oxygen. And because carbon dioxide is washed out, you don't have to exhale. So inhalation and exhalation stops maybe for a few seconds immediately after Kapalbhati. Kapalbhati के बाद श्वास प्रश्वास अपने आप रुक जाता है. ये केवल कुंभक की स्थिति है. So you should enjoy the state of keval kumbhak after say about 120 strokes of Kapalbhati. जो केवल कुंभक की स्थिति है वहां अपने आप मन शांत हो जाता है. And if possible during Kapalbhati, when you are exhaling, feel as if you are throwing away all the thoughts. When you are inhaling, feel that the whole body is energized. So that is how if Kapalbhati is performed, the mind comes to the silence. Mind gets ready. This is readiness for meditation with Kapalbhati. The same thing is done with alternate nostril as well. So I will tell you Kapalbhati with alternate nostril. So what I am doing, I am closing the left nostril, forcefully exhaling, inhaling through the same nostril, close it, exhale, inhale, close, exhale, inhale, close, exhale, inhale, close. So that is how alternate nostril Kapalbhati comes. Exhalation should be forceful, inhalation should be automatic. Forceful exhalation followed by passive inhalation, and have about 120 strokes with alternate nostril. This is also important because many times our nostrils are not open, both the nostrils are not open. हमेशा ऐसा रहता है कि एक नाक ज्यादा चलती है, दूसरी इतनी नहीं चलती है. नाउ ऑल्सो यू कैन फाइंड आउट दैट. So this opens both the nostrils. So that is how Kapalbhati is to be performed. First with both the nostrils, 100-120 strokes. With alternate nostril, again 100-120 strokes. After 120 strokes, sit in silence, experiencing Keval Kumbhaka, automatic cessation of breath. जहां श्वसन अपने आप रुक जाता है, वो केवल कुंभक की स्थिति, उसके प्रति सजगता होनी चाहिए. So that is what really Kapalbhati means. Any questions anybody wants to ask about Kapalbhati?
सर एक बार ये अनुलोम विलोम के साथ कपालभाति का प्रोसीजर
अनुलोम विलोम मैंने बताया नहीं है अभी तक.
हाँ
अल्टरनेट नॉस्ट्रिल कपालभाति.
हाँ
Exhale, inhale through the same. Close, exhale, inhale through the same. येन त्यजेत तेन पीत्वा. So that is slowly. First you can do very slowly. You need not go for speed. But you should pick up the speed finally. So
Excuse
that
me,
is
sir.
the.
Is there
Ah.
any particular nostril we have to start? Is there anything is there, sir? Is there?
No, not necessary. You can just close the right, exhale through right, left, inhale through left, close, exhale, inhale. Doesn't matter if you start with right nostril, also doesn't matter. There is no such rule. Okay, any other thing? So, preparation, then second is cleansing, third is balancing, samatva. That comes with anuloma viloma or nadi shuddhi pranayam. So you close the right nostril, slowly inhale through the right, inhale through the left, close the left, slowly, very slowly exhale through the right, inhale through the same nostril, that is right, close the right, exhale through left, inhale through the same nostril. So that is what Hatayo Pradivika says. Yena tyajet tena pitva. जिससे हम वायु बाहर निकाल रहे हैं, उसी नाक से भीतर ले लेना है और दूसरी नाक से छोड़ना है. So anulom vilom everybody knows, nadi shuddhi everybody knows, and generally the ratio of inhalation and exhalation should be 1:2. So mentally, if you want, you can count when you are inhaling mentally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Close it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Close it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like that. Now, because we are doing Omkar Dhyana, you can also chant Om once when you inhale, chant Om twice as you exhale, mentally. तो आप ओमकार का जप कर सकते हैं नाड़ी शुद्धि प्राणायाम के साथ. So when you are inhaling a long Om, Om, close it, Om. But this is mental, not with sound. मन में ही आपको पूरक करते समय ओमकार का उच्चारण मन में एक बार, रेचक करते समय ओम का उच्चारण 2 बार। इस प्रकार आप पूरक और रेचक का जो रेशियो है वो 1:2 रख सकते हैं। So 5 rounds of Anulom Vilom Pranayama we will have, which will bring this is for preparation for dhyana. The mind will come to the balance. So when you are sitting, you will calm down first. Mind will get ready. And then we do pranayama. Again, I have told 3 pranayamas. If you have less time, you can omit some of the pranayamas. Okay. But then expansion of awareness is one of the things which is done through pranayama. Pranayam mein awareness is the main thing. Dhyana also is meant for awareness. Okay. So we go from linear awareness of a line. In Shitali Pranayam, so what do? You make the tube of the tongue and inhale through the tube of the tongue. And the very, you can say, cool air enters inside along the tube of the tongue, where you find that linear awareness along the line. Ekareshiya sajagata. Linear awareness means ekareshiya sajagata. So what is Shitali Pranayam? You are making tube, just watch. Again, the ratio of inhalation to exhalation in all the pranayamas is 1:2. So if you are inhaling in 5 seconds, you should exhale in 10 seconds. Now, as you are inhaling, as the cool air enters inside, feel the coolness of the air all along the line. That is called linear awareness. Ekareshiya sajagata. Okay, that is what you have to do in so have 5 rounds of Shitali Pranayam. Sitkari Pranayam, you have to fold a trunk, hold it between the teeth, inhale through the sides. It makes a sound like sit. Therefore, it is called Sitkari Pranayam. So, like this. Again, inhalation to exhalation should be 1:2. So when you are inhaling, air passes over the surface of the tongue. You are aware of the surface of the tongue, which is two-dimensional awareness. Surface has got length and breadth. So you are going from linear awareness to surface awareness. Okay, that is what expansion of awareness really means. And this temper, if you are really feeling it, what is happening? All the other thoughts are going. You can't be aware of the coolness of the air as well as think about sun, think about money, think about your relationship. No. If you are feeling the coolness, all other thoughts are filtered out. This is the advantage. जब आप प्राणायाम में जो शीतली है, शीतकारी है, उसमें जो coolness of the air as you inhale, warm air coming out. So this temperature difference, when you start feeling very clearly, all other thoughts will vanish. That is what is necessary. बहुत सारे हमको क्या करना है, अनेक विचारों से एक विचार की ओर आना है, विच इज नोन एज धारणा, एंड धारणा से फिर ध्यान, और ध्यान से समाधि. That is how we have to proceed. So, if we are feeling the coolness of the air, if we are feeling the two-dimensional awareness, all the other thoughts are getting eliminated. That is the advantage of it. And then Brahmari Pranayam, we have three-dimensional awareness. You can feel particularly the vibrations of Brahmari can be felt in the head, which is three-dimensional awareness like this. So that humming sound you feel throughout the head, which is three-dimensional awareness. So what is happening is from linear awareness to surface awareness to three-dimensional awareness, you are going. This is how expansion of awareness becomes possible in pranayama. Okay. So by the way, all these things I have learned in Vivekananda Kendra when we were taught Omkar Dhyana. And many of these things were introduced by Dr. Nagendra, who is the main of Yoga Anusandhan Sansthan, which is there at Bangalore. So thanks to him that we have learned all these things. So this is three-dimensional awareness. And then Om Matra Japa, as we have learned in Mandukya Upanishad. Now these three steps also, if you want, later on you can eliminate it. Lekin in the beginning, you can have it so that the mind is fully concentration. So matra ka jap, akar ka, ukar ka, makar ka separate jap. Okay. So 5 rounds of akar, 5 rounds of ukar, 5 rounds of makar. 3 matra ka jap. So so like that akar, loudly you have to chant akar. Then ukar. Om. And then makar, which is similar to Brahmari. Now these vibrations of the sound can be felt in different parts of the body. Generally, akar comes from the navel region and its vibrations can be felt in the lower portion into the legs. So, visualize as if you are sending the vibrations of akar down the legs, releasing all the tensions from the legs. Then when you come from navel region up to here, you chant ukara. Ukara is in the trunk portion, abdomen, chest and the spinal column. उकार के जो स्पंदन है वो अपने सीने में, अपने उदर में और मेरुदंड में उसके स्पंदनों का अनुभव करना है. Feel the vibrations in the trunk portion of the body. And then makar, as usual in the head region. Actually, makar is a beautiful sound which can really remove all the tensions in the head. Those who are very tense, those who are having insomnia, sleep deprivation, Brahmari Pranayam or Makar is the best, you can say, practice for them. मकार के स्पंदन अगर आप अपने मस्तिष्क में उसका अनुभव करते हैं, सारी चिंताएं मिट जाती है. सो फील मकार इनटू द हेड. Feel the vibrations into the head, completely relaxing the mind. Okay. So this is how matra japa is done. Any questions up till now? Anything which is not clear? किसी को कुछ पूछना है?
If you want to ask any question, you can one by one you can ask.
You can ask so that all the things are clear. Because when we are practicing, in between you can't ask anything. Now what we are going to do later on is, we are going to practice all these steps. You will sit straight with closed eyes. I will give instructions and you simply practice. In between, even if you are not able to follow the instruction, you cannot talk. You cannot say anything. So that is why we are asking you right now. If something is not clear, please ask.
Excuse me, sir. When we are chanting akar, ukar, makar, when आपने बताया अखार करने के टाइम you have to feel that all the stress and everything is going out of our legs. That time you have to leg portion को stretch करके करना है. Only
stretch वगैरह कुछ नहीं करना. Only feel it. Visualize that the vibrations of akar going down the legs from navel to the toes. Feel the vibrations of akar. आकार के स्पंदन आपके नेवल के नीचे पूरे दोनों पांवों में स्पंदित हो रहे हैं. इस प्रकार का अनुभव विजुअलाइज करना है आपको.
thank you, sir.
You don't have to stretch anything. You don't have to. In dhyana, once you take meditative posture, you are not supposed to move the body in any way. शरीर तो स्थिर सुखम आसनम. सारे ध्यानावस्था में शरीर तो स्थिर ही रहेगा, शरीर की हलचल नहीं होगी. So you have to just feel that the vibrations are proceeding from the navel to the toes.
हेलो सर, सुधा
हाँ.
बोल रही हूँ. सर, आपने शीतकारी प्राणायाम जो बताया है, तो एक बार उसे रिपीट कीजिए. लेकिन मैं एक और क्वेश्चन, जैसे हम लोग करते हैं ना, तो अपर टीथ लोअर टीथ को एक साथ लेते हैं, मुंह से हिसिंग साउंड लेते हैं और फिर दोनों नॉस्ट्रिल से एक्सेल
आप
करते हैं.
वैसा भी कीजिए, कोई बात नहीं.
तो वो रॉन्ग तो नहीं है ना? मतलब वो मैं पूछ
नहीं,
रही हूँ.
रॉन्ग वगैरह नहीं, but hold the tongue backwards
हाँ.
between the two. We were doing like this. If you have been taught something else, you can do that. Most important thing is you should feel the cool air entering inside with
हाँ.
sick sound,
ओके.
which decreases the thought, and you are aware only of the sound and the coolness of the air passing over the surface.
एग्जैक्टली
That's the main
सर.
thing. आप
और
दूसरे प्रकार से करते हैं तो कोई बात नहीं, आप करो.
नहीं, और दूसरा जैसे ओमकार चैंटिंग होता है ना, तो वो एक्सेलिंग करते हुए करते हैं ना हम. फर्स्ट इनहेल देन एक्सेलिंग.
Everything you can do. Going inside, you can't do a home at all. Any speech should be while exhaling only.
हाँ, तो फिर जैसे आपने बोला ना, ओमकार पूरक में भी करेंगे और रेचक में भी करेंगे, राइट? तो
वो मानसिक, मैं मानसिक ओमकार के बारे, मन में जो आपका ओमकार है,
जी
वो
जी
आप
जी.
पूरक के समय, रेचक के समय मन में चैंटिंग करना है. If
ओके
you are
सर.
chanting with sound, it should be with exhalation only.
ओके ओके ओके, राइट सर. ओके, थैंक यू.
और कुछ?
सर, सबकी तरफ से मैं पूछता हूँ, ये कंफ्यूजन है लोगों को. हाउ टू डू कपालभाति? दिस कपालभाति you are saying that Kapalbhati is written in Hatha Pradipika and Giranda Samhita.
Yes, same thing. Forceful exhalation followed by passive inhalation. That is Kapalbhati. भस्त्रावल लोहकारस्य, that is what Hatha Yoga Pradipika says. जैसा लोहकार यानी लोहार होता है ना, उसके पास वो भाता होता है, खुस खुस करता है, and the air comes out forcefully. That is how he burns. That is, ये उपमा आपको हठयोग प्रतिपिका में मिलेगी. The abdomen should move like lohakar, like that person who is hitting the iron and giving blacksmith's bellows. That is the exact thing which is given in Hatayog Pradipika. So abdomen pushes inside, air comes out with force, release the abdominal muscles, air automatically goes inside.
सर
That is
बीपी
what.
असताना करता येतो बीपीच्या पेशंटला करता येतं कपालभाती
बीपीचे पेशंटला देऊ नका तुम्ही. बीपीच्या पेशंटला देऊ नका. So you can avoid that. We are telling this for the normal people who do not have any health problems. Not only BPC patients, even if you are suffering from epilepsy, मिर्गी, फिट्स जिनको आते हैं, उनको भी कपालभाति नहीं करना है, उनको प्राणायाम भी नहीं करना है. So we are not talking about people who are suffering from. Please understand this. All these things I am telling only for the people who are in normal health. And you should also confirm that they are in normal health. Epileptic patient, he may fall down if you are giving Kapalabhati. We never know. Epileptic seizures can come with hyperventilation. Okay, so Kapalabhati is never given to epileptic patient. जिनको मिर्गी आती है, उनको नहीं दिया था. इनको blood pressure है, blood pressure may increase. So we are not talking about patients. Please remember it. So for them, only akar, ukar, makar you can give, or manasika japa you can give. There are several. We are not talking about that right now, at least. What should be done for the people who are suffering from asthma, who are suffering from, say, blood pressure
नाही
or
मला स्वतःला
epilepsy?
आहे म्हणून विचारते
नाही, मग तुम्ही करू नका ना. आणि तुम्ही करू
चालेल
नका कपालभाती.
ओके ओके थँक्यू
करू
सर
नका.
थँक्यू
You can avoid that step. किंवा डॉक्टरच्या सल्ल्यानेच करा. Best way is to avoid that. It is not necessary.
ओके थँक्यू सर
So shall we go further now to the last step? So 3 kinds of japas or 4 kinds of japas have been told, about which we have discussed in Mandukya Upanishad. Vachika japa, Upanavshu japa, Manasika japa, Ajapa japa. 4 प्रकार के जप बताए. So this is actually dhyan. All other steps, if you want, you can eliminate some steps. If you want, you can have only Kapalbhati and Anulom Vilom and Brahmari and come directly to Achika Japa, Upavshu Japa, Manasika Japa. If you have time, you go through all these steps. Okay. So it is not compulsory that you must take all the steps. If you have less time, you can directly go for Vachika Japa. Vachika Japa means loud chanting, and that should be done with Akar, Ukar, and Makar. And of course, silence. So, after Om, have little bit of silence before you start chanting another Om. Akar, Ukar, Makar, उसके बाद अर्धा मात्रा या you can say some state of silence, then inhale completely, and again Akar, Ukar, Makar सहित ओंकार का उच्चारण करना है. So that is how we are going to have it 5 times. Okay. Enjoy the silence. Our actual, you can say, aim is to stay in the silence and not chant Om. Okay, that is what we are going to see. So we are going to that Chaturtha Avastha, which was there in Mundaka Upanishad, Mandukya Upanishad. Akar, Ukar, Makar can give so many things. Akara, if you want to remain first everywhere, Akara helps. If you want balance, Ukara helps. If you want to go towards more and more silence, Makara will help. But really speaking, silence that follows is real meditation. Okay. So after Vachika Jap 5 rounds, and now number of rounds also, you can have 6 rounds, you can have 10 rounds. It depends upon how much time you have. Okay. Lekin minimum 5 rounds you have. Okay. So Upavashu Jap is only some movement of the lip and sound which is so low that only you can hear it. Even one who is sitting by your side will not be able to hear it. ये समझो केवल होठों की हलचल हो रही है. Whispering type of sound which only you can hear. That type of japa is known as Upavashu japa. And then Manasika japa, in which there is no sound at all. So in Manasika japa, you should feel that Omkar is like a wave. The wave which arises with Akar, reaches the crest with Ukar, descends down with Makar, enters into silence. ओमकार एक लहर की तरह है, जो लहर अकार के रूप से ऊपर उठती है, उकार के रूप में शिखर तक पहुंचती है, मकार के रूप में नीचे आते हुए शांति में उसका लय होता है, फिर दूसरा आकार शुरू हो जाता है. So like that you should feel, mentally you should feel wave after wave of Omkara arising with Akar, reaching the crest with Ukar, descending down with Makar, entering into silence. Okay. Now if the Omkar chanting is fast, the gap between two Omkars will be very less. So, you are talking, you are chanting it fast, so you will not be able to detect the gap between two omkars. The idea is to slow down the japa, make akar very long, ukar, very long makar. When you slow down the japa, then you can easily pick up the gap between two omkars. Okay. So the picture shows you long waves, and in between two waves, you have a portion where there is no omkar, there is no japa, there is no vritti, there is only silence. That is meditation. So long as Om is going on, it is only effort to go towards meditation. जब तक ओम का जप चल रहा है, तब तक ध्यानावस्था नहीं प्राप्त हुई है, ध्यान की ओर जाने का प्रयत्न चल रहा है. बट इफ यू स्टे in the silence between two omkars, which is amatra, that is what we learned in Mandukya Upanishad, amatra, soundless state. Swarena sandhayet yogam, aswarena sadhayet param. Aswarena, beyond swara, beyond sound when you go, only when silence remains, that is the state of meditation. So your effort should be to stay in the silence between two omkars, that is really omkar dhyan. दो ओंकार के बीच जो अवकाश है, उस अवकाश में ज्यादा से ज्यादा देर तक रहना, यही ओंकार ध्यान है. ये याद में रखना चाहिए. So this is what really we mean by Omkara Dhyana. Any questions?
You can raise the hand. Okay. After that, you can ask the question. Yes, keep pucho.
Sir, should I ask question about practice only or other questions also I can ask?
You can't go about what you ask question, then I will find
Okay.
out. It should be related to our topic now.
Yes, today's topic, but other than
You
practice of
ask.
Omkar.
Best way you ask.
Okay. So, sir, many people say that women should not practice Omkara
I
and
don't
Gayatri
agree.
Mantra.
I do not agree.
Okay. Like, what is the
Whosoever
reason?
want to practice, they can practice.
Is there any specific reason why they say women can't practice?
That you have to ask them.
Okay.
I am not saying it, so why should you ask me?
Okay. Okay, sir.
But
जो
where it
लोग
is
ऐसा बोलते हैं उनको
where
पूछो क्यों बोलते हैं. मेरे को तो कुछ रीजन ऐसा मालूम नहीं पड़ता है.
लेकिन ये कहाँ पे दिया हुआ है ऐसा? कौन बता रहा है आपको?
मालूम नहीं है. Let us not discuss it. Let us not discuss it. It's not worth discussing. It is disgusting.
Yes, sir.
हाँ, Shama, ask.
Sir, is there any significance about the ratio of the akar, ukar, and makar? Like it is also said that the makar should be extended more, or it is not like that?
No, that depends upon, just as it was told in the Mandukya Upanishad. If you have akar more, then in the world, if you want to achieve something in the world, become the best businessman, become the best students, have university award, then akar is to be emphasized. That is what we have learned. If you want to visualize more, if you want to imagine, if you want to increase your imagination, you are artist, you are writer, then ukar is better, and that also gives samatva. And if you want to really go towards the silence and other things, then makar. So if you are having, for example, not having sound sleep, sleep deprivation, then makar is good for you. Okay. But literally speaking, it should be the gap between the omkar, which is omkar dhyan. Akar, ukar, makar, they are the matras which help you to go towards silence. From dhyana point of view, neither akar nor ukar nor makar is important. What is important is the gap between two omkars.
Sir, sorry, but one more question I have. So for meditation, when we are practicing meditation or it is given to people, then at that time, when they are practicing, that time the calming effect is there on the mind. But some people have the habit of overthinking. So to break that habit or to get your mind into a pace where you feel that silence throughout, how much duration or how many times the meditation can be practiced in a day to get that significant change in the habit of overthinking?
Very difficult to say because everybody's, your mind depends upon your samskaras, depends upon way of your life, your lifestyle. That is why they say that if you want to do meditation for 5 minutes, what you do in 23 hours, 55 minutes is so important. बाकी 23 घंटे 55 मिनट अगर आप ऐसा जीवन जी रहे हो कि जो ध्यान के लिए उपयुक्त नहीं है, तो आप ध्यान कर ही नहीं पाओगे. If somebody is involved in corrupt practices and if he sits for them, how the mind can be silent? So yoga is a way of life. What you have to observe, that's why preparation, those who are eligible for dhyana, They should have particular way of life. यम नियम का पालन करो, सात्विक भोजन, सात्विक आहार, सात्विक विहार, ये सब जरूरी होता है, नहीं तो ध्यान कर ही नहीं पाएंगे.
But practically, it is always in the classes, meditation is given without seeing whether the person is eligible for meditation as a practice of stress reduction.
So it will not be successful. They will not be successful. That's it. They will be just sitting there and they will not be successful. Even during jhana also, their mind is distracted. They are maybe thinking about office. They may be thinking about boss. They may be thinking about quarrel. What you can do? So they are not there wasting their time. That's it. Nothing will happen. So your lifestyle is very important if you want to really do dhyana.
Sir, they can, but they can try to focus on inhaling, exhaling only. So they can.
That is that you can manage with them. You have to
Yes, yes.
talk to them.
Huh.
You have to understand also what is his circumstances, how is he. So in the
Right.
beginning, you can give only shwasa prashwasa.
या सर एक चीज और हमने पढ़ा है कि ओमकार चैंटिंग जो है वो 10 सेकंड का है, 3 सेकंड फॉर अ, 2 फॉर उ एंड 5 फॉर म.
Nothing doing. It depends. It varies from individual to individual. आपकी
Okay.
श्वास की जो कैपेसिटी है ना, उसके
Okay.
अनुसार हर एक इंडिविजुअल का वो दूसरा होगा. जो बहुत ज्यादा
Okay.
प्राणायाम करता है,
Yes, sir.
वेरी लॉन्ग आकार ही कैन हैव.
ओके, बट जैसा हमने पढ़ा है तो उन्होंने कहा है कि आपने फुली
आपने
करना
क्या
है,
पढ़ा है उससे मेरा संबंध नहीं है.
बट फोर्सफुली नहीं करना है. आपने उसको फोर्स लगाते हुए आगे नहीं बढ़ना ओमकार चैंटिंग में. सो इट्स
तो मत
रॉन्ग.
पढ़ो ना.
नहीं मैं पूछना चाह रही हूँ.
ध्यान, force doesn't work in ध्यान. ध्यान
Okay.
cannot be done with force. You can say, hey, बैठो, मेडिटेशन करो. ऐसा क्या इंस्ट्रक्शन हो सकता है कभी ध्यान के लिए? ध्यान is very natural, spontaneous. Where is the question of force? You should be prepared for it.
Okay, so it may
ऐसा
be
ऐसा
15
थोड़ा ही है,
seconds,
ये
20.
पढ़ो, ये याद करो और मुझे बताओ, ऐसा थोड़ा ही अभ्यास है ध्यान का.
So
Dhyan is an internal practice. You are
okay,
going towards that. If you, the moment you force, the silence goes.
okay.
You want to achieve silence through dhyana. Where is the question of force?
No. Sir,
It's a
मतलब
wrong way. It's a wrong way of teaching.
okay.
So,
Right.
as you said that Om is made up of 3 syllables, A, U and Ma. But in
Yeah.
Om symbol, there is a Chandrama. And when...
No. I have not spoken about Chandrama.
Okay.
I have spoken about Chandrama.
Yes, sir. You said 4.
I have not said about Chandrama. Did I say about
Okay, so
Chandrama?
No,
we
there
don't
are four
consider...
japa you said. You 4
Yes.
japa.
Or japa, japa. Ajapa japa is natural spontaneous. When they go on chanting Om, any japa, when it becomes natural, spontaneous, like your heartbeat, which will go on even during sleep. You don't have to tell the heart that please keep on beating, I am going to sleep. You don't stop because it is natural, it will go on. Like
No,
that,
sir.
when japa becomes natural, spontaneous, like your heartbeat, like your breathing, then it is known as ajapa japa, which is effortless type of japa.
Actually, my question was like when we say Akar, Ukar and Makar, Akar works on our lower body, Ukar middle body, and Makar is upper body. So we don't consider Chandrama. That's what I want to ask. What exactly Chandrama mentioned here in symbol of Om?
There is no Chandrama at all.
Sir, in Om...
That Bindu and other thing. Why do you call it Chandrama? You are calling it Chandrama. I am
Okay.
not calling it
Bindu,
Chandrama at all.
Bindu you can say, sir. Bindu.
So, in Omkara, Nada Bindu Kala. But we
Yes.
will not go into that. We will not go into that.
Okay.
We will not. It is not necessary for us to think about Nada Bindu Kala.
Okay.
That is another way. That is in another Upanishads also it is mentioned.
Yes.
That Ardha Chandra lightning and Bindu.
Yes.
But it is totally different topic, and we will not go into that right
Okay.
now. It is not necessary.
Okay, sir. Fine, sir. Thank you, sir.
हाँ केतकी पूछो.
Sir, in the beginning you said that the word pranava has a meaning, like nu means vehicle. Sir, can
Yes.
you please clarify that, like pra plus nu?
For
I didn't
any
understand.
journey, any journey, vehicle is needed. No, if you want to go to Delhi, you need train or bus or aeroplane. That is vehicle. Now here the journey is spiritual journey, where the Jivatma wants to go to Paramatma. This is the journey. For this journey, Om is the vehicle through which you can travel.
Okay,
And
sir. So,
Om is fastest moving vehicle. If you use Om, you can reach your destination very fast. That is why it is called Pranava.
so nu means vehicle.
One of the meanings of Nu is vehicle.
Okay. And
Another meaning of Nu is prayer. Nu has two meanings. One meaning is prayer. So pra plus Nu means intense prayer.
okay,
That is
sir.
one meaning of Pranava. And another meaning of Nu is vehicle. Yan,
Okay, sir.
which takes the Jivatma to Paramatma. So both the meanings are there.
सर ऐसा भी कुछ कहते हैं ना प्रकर्षेण स्तूयते नुयते.
प्रणव यान से ऊंचा बढ़कर प्रणव यान है वो. So you can use Om as the vehicle to reach that destination, which is Brahman or Paramatma or whatever you want to call supreme reality. So I think only 15 minutes are remaining. So why not practice a little bit before we. So we shall not have so many rounds. But now I request you to sit. At least let us practice for 15-20 minutes. Enough of questions. Whatever questions are there, next time we shall begin with questions and answers. You study this chart also.
कोई
But when
ऑडियो
we
नहीं
have come
खोलेगा.
for own
कोई ऑडियो नहीं
meditation,
खोलेगा.
you should practice right now. Okay. So I will give 1 or 2 rounds only, not much, and we can omit some of the things because time is less. And but to give you some little bit of taste of the practice itself. So please sit straight. You can sit in the chair if you want, or if you can have Padmasan or Vajrasan or Sukhasan if you want. Keep your head, the neck, the back in straight line. Keep the eyes closed. Let us begin with first round of Kapalbhati with both the nostrils. Feel the automatic cessation of breath. Keval Kumbhak. Alternate nostril Kapalbhati followed by Keval Kumbhak. Feel the automatic cessation of breath. Keval Kumbhak. A state of silence. When the breathing starts, we'll have 3 rounds of Anulom Vilom Pranayam. Close the right nostril. Slowly inhale through the left, chanting Om once mentally. Close the left, exhale through right, chanting Om twice mentally. Have 3 rounds. Relax. Let us go for 3 rounds of Shitali Pranayam. Protrude your tongue. Inhale through the tube of the tongue. Linear awareness. Slowly exhale through the nose, closing the mouth. 3 rounds. Relax. Let us go for Sitkari Pranayam. holding the tongue, inhaling through the sides, surface awareness. 3 rounds. Relax. Brahmari pranayam. Feel the vibrations into the head. 3-dimensional awareness. Mm. 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 Relax. 3 times akar. You have to feel the vibrations of the sound into the legs, below the navel. Ah. Ah. 3 times ukar, feeling the vibrations from navel to throat in the abdominal and thoracic region and into the spine. Om. O. O. Now Makar, feeling the vibrations into the head, 3 rounds. Now Vachika Jap of Omkar with Akar, Ukar, Makar, 3 rounds. Ah. Upanushu Japa with Akar, Ukar, Makar. We proceed to Manasika Japa. Mental chanting of Om, visualizing a wave of Omkar arising with Akar, reaching the peak with ukar, descending down with makar, entering into ocean of silence. Slow down, elongate akar, ukar, and makar. When you slow down the japa, you can recognize the silence between two omkars. Try to stay in that silence for longer time. This silence is amatra. This is meditation. Just end the session with prayer. Om Satoma Satgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrutyorma Mrutangamaya Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat. Hari Om Tat Sat. Hari Om Tat Sat. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
धन्यवाद सर.
नेक्स्ट थर्सडे को भी हमारा प्रैक्टिकल होगा, तो वो हम लोग ज्वाइन करेंगे.
Yes, until then you practice. Whatever difficulties you get, you can ask in the beginning of the next session. जो कुछ भी आपको ऐसा लगता है पूछना चाहिए पूछिए when we begin next session, and next session will be the last session. Thank you.
शिल्पा कुछ पूछना है? शिल्पा, क्षमा,
No,
कुछ
no,
पूछना
now
है?
no questions now. No questions.
Okay.
Only next
चलो,
time.
done. Thank you. चलो, we'll
Thank
we'll
you,
meet.
sir.
Thank you sir.
Thank you, sir.
After dhyana, you should carry that silence along with you and not enter into discussions and ध्यान के बाद शांति से बैठना चाहिए. जितना you should carry that silence. That is the thing. Okay, so let us go now. I am leaving. You can close the session.
नमस्कार साहेब.
नमस्कार.
नमस्कार.
नमस्कार. नमस्कार.